Hello geeks and welcome to Bus Simulator 18, and we are back in another driving simulation. This time the name is the title of the game is self-explanatory, I believe. We're just gonna drive like a city bus, and this is a game that is out there for quite a lot of time, probably around 2.5, maybe almost 3 years, and actually recently was announced that the Bus Simulator 21 is coming out, so it's like the successor of this game. But nevertheless, this is a game that is right now currently out for release. It's released and available to play. I have my new steering wheel, as I told you in the last episode and in the last video, so perfect time to be bus drivers. I'm already in career mode here. In the beginning it can be a bit of a grinder. Now I have progressed that bit, and I've actually opened quite a few lines. I have here, if you see, 19 lines, and we currently are you have unlocked the central bus station, and we're in this, let's say, kind of level. So today I'm gonna drive this one over here. I want to drive a line that connects the central bus station to the main station and to the business park. So to those of you who are unfamiliar for this simulator, I mean, it is the main map is based on, let's say, not suburban, but agricultural type of area in Central Europe, kind of like German, some kind of a German-Austrian Swiss mix of feeling in the city. And you have various areas. You have the main city here, you have a port, you have a business park, you have the airport down there, some other areas over here. It's a bit agriculture areas. It gives a very German feeling. Anyway, yeah, so I have opened quite a few. The central bus station is located over there. The line actually I have already created, so it's this line, and we are required to drive this line all the way from the central bus station, follow this river, go to Port Amber is called, and to the industrial zone. Several bus stops there, and then come back in a round trip. This trip is expected to take probably, I think it's 20 minutes each way. We'll try to be as fast as possible with a round trip as well, and just so to see around in the streets, and stuff. It's a very beautiful map. Not the best it could be. I mean, the game is in a good state, but still very rough around the edges, which makes me wonder. I have quite a few buses. Makes me wonder why they decided to go with the successor instead of fixing first this game. But nevertheless, that's always a question in games like that. So I have unlocked quite a few buses, and today I would like to drive this is a 3-door bus, 3-exit bus, the Lions City A37. It's a MAN bus, 35 seats for seated people, 25 seats for standing places, 12 meters in length, and it has a diesel engine that produces 1,100 Newton meters of torque. Pretty powerful bus, and we're gonna travel this on a round trip. Here, most of the settings on a round trip from Central Station to Port Amber, and here most of the settings are you see, as realistic as possible. We're driving now in daytime since it's our first gameplay in this channel, so let's see the map as best as possible. I have the quick start because I'm bored to drive from the garage, but you see, I have the round trip on, of course, as it's requested, and I have the cashier on. The driving simulation is realistic. In the advanced setting, I'm having all the speed bumps and the stuff. It's a game that, as you see, if you haven't played this sim before, it's a sim that cares more about potholes and speed bumps than the overall let's say comfort of the passengers. But it's a funny game anyway. So here we are. I think we're ready already. We have started the bus. Let's check the bus from the outside. It's a very beautiful bus. The graphics are a bit awkward, I would say, at the best. The lighting especially seems very, you see right now I'm pressing the brake and you know, like, what is happening here? Like, you cannot see any lights. I'm turning off the signal. Look, the light here. Very primitive lighting, I would say. Plus, it has its bugs here and there, as we will see as we're going through some awkward stuff that are happening here and there, and that throughout the updates are not getting fixed. Nevertheless, let's stop speaking. I have this like on drive mode. Let's close. Wait a second. Oops. Where is the driver's light? Ticketing machine light. No, I don't want it. Cockpit lights off. Passenger lights should be on. It's this one. Yeah, so it's on. So we're good. Oops. What happened here? Yeah, a bit awkward with the camera. So here we are. Okay, so I guess I don't have any parking brakes. So let's go. Let's hear this bus. Beautiful. So we have to stop here in the bus, like in Central Station, bus platform 2, to pick our first passengers for the day. And we'll try to be as fast as possible. Here we are, platform 2. Nice. I like the feeling of being in a central bus. It is a game with a very big potential, but as with most of these games, usually, okay, let's open here. Oh, he's taking a picture of me. Hello, smile. Oh, okay, tickets. We are selling tickets as well. So, like, okay, so day, regular. And here is one of the first bugs. Like, sometimes the machine stacks here, and you have to press 2 times to take the tickets in the buttons. So day, regular, 2. Here you are. Oops, that was 3. 2. Here you are, and we're good. Day, regular 1. And this guy needs to change as well. There we go. Very German feeling, definitely, in this whole game. Here's the bus. Now it's kneeling down. We have our lights here as well. Look, the lights. They're awkward at best. The graphics are strange. Let's close the doors. Nice interior with wooden floors. I picked the wooden floors, very like classy. It matches the feeling of the city here. And let's hit the road. It's a long bus, so despite not being articulated, so we have to pay attention to it. Okay, the traffic is a bit timid in this game. They will not try anything crazy near you. They will respect you to the utmost. So yeah, so it's a very nice game, huge potential. It has a very big variety right now in buses, in bus models, but kinda gives this feeling. I mean, all the buses more or less in the core they are the same. They are more or less the feeling of like how you drive them is the same. The functionality is the same. You know, they have the similar ticket machines, and more or less everything is same. It's just in a different wrap. That's how at least the buses are feel for me. Nevertheless, I guess that for, let's say, 2020, this is the only decent bus driving simulator out there. The only one that is closest to the real thing, and the only one that will give you the most immersive experience right now. Despite being like, when you look it from outside, it feels like it was developed in an older graphics engine or something like that, you know, like, I mean, or like, I mean, it feels like the devs were lazy to make improvements or something like this in the graphics. Some might say that, okay, you know, like having not such great graphics might be a good idea for people with less powerful machines, but at the same time, you know, I mean, you have to think that's why we have settings, you know, like, and that's why you can give people the option to have like ultra settings. And oh, did I crash someone? Probably I crashed someone, huh? Almost didn't, almost see anything there. I have to pay attention because it's a long bus. So yeah, so it gives you the feeling that it was made in an older engine, you know, with lesser graphics, and it would be good to have the option to have ultra graphics and see something different, something more beautiful, you know, than this thing. It has improved over the time. I mean, you can imagine that when this was released back in 2018, if I remember correctly, I mean, it was much more awkward than it is today, and it was rampant with bugs and stuff, and it has improved a lot in a lot of aspects. For example, traffic. Look, now we are like there is actual traffic that's happening, and we are stuck in it, like as would be in a real urban environment, you know. That was not the case from the beginning, and you know, like, but it's nice. It's nice. They are adding stuff, but they took this decision to technically, let's say, give up on this game and this title and just move on with Bus Simulator 21, which is not available to check now. It's just maybe you have seen some YouTubers have some kind of a pre-release version or something like that, which is just given to a few YouTubers only. So, but from what I saw from the videos, it seems like this game, you know, it seems like this simulator is just in a different setting. So the map is different. It's more like American style, as I understand, and with some different buses, which they don't even match. I mean, they give they have a like double-decker bus in like let's say a rural American setting, which is like what's that like? I mean, they want to have like everything, you know, from everywhere. So they try to catch probably like USA audience by having American setting. They don't want to lose their European audience, so they just stuck there. They just added some like London-style buses. So. And it's a pity, really, because like this sim with like really like focused effort, it has a lot of potential, you know. It has a lot of potential, and the immersion is great already in this state, which is far from perfect. Far from perfect. Nevertheless, let's enjoy the ride. You see like the mountains here, but we're going to turn right here and go finally to our first bus stop. Yeah, it has very funny NPCs. It gets a bit boring if you keep driving the bus. They have some dialogues that they usually come up with. They're like the NPCs in this like map. They're very like they forget their stuff. They watch the series Winter of Passion. They're like passionate about it. You will hear probably moaning about it, and yeah, it gets a bit tiring after a while, but it loses its novelty. But it's fun in the beginning. They have some like awkward jokes as well, but it's funny. And the one thing that I would say that we have to pay you have to pay a lot of attention as a driver is pedestrians, because you just choose to cross to go through the crossings randomly, and they give heavy fines if you went over them. If you go over them. That's a good, let's say, immersive aspect of the game. You're like really careful of the pedestrians and the crossings. River Promenade, we're here. Let's open the doors.
One ticket, please.
One ticket, please. Week, regular one.
Thank you.
Ticket, please.
The senior, yes, it's stacking. The buttons are stacking. I have to go out and then in again to be able to use them normally. That's a bus actually. Oh, I gave him too much change. Oh my god, yeah. I made a mistake there. And they take the change and go. Dude. Let's go. Because we're a bit behind schedule, but we will catch up eventually. No. Okay, so now we're going from here, from the town, we're just going straight to harbor, almost like Old Town Harbor Express, you know. No stops in between. Nice feeling of being a bus driver. Driving people to their work, all these people, commuting. it has, of course, like I started this video and I'm just like going hard on this game, but it has its good aspects as well, of course, right? For example, I like very much the way that you have the flexibility besides the, let's say, story mode that I'm currently like playing right now, and this route is part of this story mode. I like the flexibility it gives you. For example, you have the full map with all the stops, so you have the flexibility to make whatever lines you want, to create your own transport network. That's amazing. I mean, I love this aspect of the simulation. Also, what else I love about the simulation is that you have this basic crew management and vehicle management. You assign vehicle and drivers to lines, so you can kind of have this as well, and the drivers have different like wages and experiences, and their experiences evolve, so that's good as well. You see, that was a pothole, like I just barely managed to go out of it, otherwise we would have like taking like a negative feedback on our drive. Another aspect that I like that we might see now that we're going to the harbor is that you can see if you have other lines out there in the map. When you drive in the map, you can see those lines, so you can see the other drivers, and they're actually signaling you by like playing their like their big lights. So they do like this to you when they see you, and you can do like this to them as well to say hello. So these are very good aspects of the game, and they give you the immersion, the simulation. Of course, like the people that are coming in and out of the stops and everything is a good. Some things that are like OMSI, like if you remember the OMSI Pass Simulator, which was kind of like a big, let's say, trademark before a few years, before let's say 10 years, which of course was abandoned later on, and we never saw a successor, at least a complete successor from the team that made OMSI. Another bus simulator that had like super great potential, like almost study level German, like Berlin buses, but it was just left. I mean, I think there are still mods, there are still even YouTube creators that they're just putting content with OMSI, but it's, you know, it's not being developed at all. It's still the same game as it was like before 7 or 6 years ago. Okay, you see the how they just cross and they don't pay much attention. And also if you're on you have to be careful, because if you stand on a crossing, they will just go straight ahead for you. They won't stop and wait. So you have to be careful not to stand on crossings as well. Not only it's tricky business with the pedestrians. Here's a speed bump. Yeah. So and the people, you know, I mean, the game will like. Will give you feedback about your driving, but in a very strange way. For example, it will give you feedback if you're turning your signals correctly, and for example, you see you didn't cater correctly, or if you're like stopping in the buses. Oh, I turned in the wrong side. Talking to the camera, talking to you guys, turning the wrong side, but we will fix this. So it gives you like indications if you turned correctly, and if you stopped in the correct spot in the bus stop, and if you avoided the pothole or not. But for example, you know, like you take a turn like this a bit too fast, and they don't give you any indication about passenger comfort. The passengers will complain about stuff like leaving too early from a bus stop, or losing their stuff and you have to find it for them sometimes, or wanting to stop after you have... Oh, coronavirus. Who did that? I guess that's a new addition, right? I mean, I don't remember people sneezing before. Nevertheless, let's see now. I hope we'll take the right turn now. Okay, we're good here. So we have to be careful, but I don't see them wearing their masks, nevertheless. I don't know if there is a coronavirus mod. They should add, definitely. That would be more immersive even in the times we're living. So here I had to turn right. I was a bit in a hurry and turned a bit too early. Still have time though. So yeah, so they will complain about being late, about stuff like this, but they will not complain, let's say, if you're like speeding too much or if you're braking like crazy, you know, like, so like you can really drive harshly if you want. Of course, I try to drive as smoothly as possible as a normal city bus driver would do, you know.
Next stop, Harbor.
Administration. Here we are. Boom. Yeah, you see the stopping position was good. Okay, so single ticket. Regular. I have to do this, otherwise it will be very annoying. You have to be careful to give the correct change. A week ticket, regular, and one. It's in it's 12 euros. Good. And single senior one. 320. And we're good to go. Let's see if everyone's on board. Just have 5 seconds to go. We're right on time. Great.
Next stop, Oil Harbor.
So yeah, so it's interesting. Let's say it's an interesting relationship with your passengers. There is an interesting relationship. I also like the flexibility, going back to the positives again. I love the flexibility that you have, for example, to drive a single way route, to drive like around route, to drive like, let's say, to go there and come back to the opposite direction route, kind of. This guy will say hello, probably, hey. And so you see that was part of one of my lines, and actually if you check, I mean the detail, you know, if you notice the line and you follow it, let's say if it says line 15, it will do the line 15 route, and it will stop in all the bus stops, people will go out and come in, everything will be there, you know, like it's a normal driver driving the bus. So that's a very nice feature, very nice work there, and that's why I'm telling you it has great potential. In terms of physics, it's not even close to OMSI, of course, as you can see. Like, I mean, it's nice, the driving feels nice, it feels also very immersive using the wheel, but let's say you don't feel the inertia of the bus, you know, you don't feel like the turning and the braking and the accelerating. And also the sounds are kinda not the same exactly for each bus, but very, very close and similar, and you see it has this low volume. I mean, my probably bus sounds are maxed out, and that's all you can hear. Okay, what he needs the regular and 3. Wow. 140. You're welcome. Okay, and let's close the doors and let's go. And for example, you see, if you see the textures in the speedometers and in the dash of the bus, they're very low quality, you know. It breaks off the immersion, it hits quite ugly. But as I said before, this is the most complete right now, the closest thing you can find for 2020, that it's like, let's say, a recent bus simulator. Sometimes I just wish, especially now that I have the wheel, that I have the steering wheel, to have like modern OMSI, you know, like OMSI was notoriously under-optimized, so to have an optimized OMSI in a modern engine, you know, with some, okay, not stunning, but decent graphics and all these like study level, let's say, functions and physics and everything. Nevertheless, I like the game. The conclusion is that the game is nice. This simulation is nice. Okay, here we stop. Yeah, of course, good service. The best service in town. A lot of people were very busy today. That's why we took this big bus. Okay, someone needs a ticket. So day regular 1.
Thank you.
It has an interesting minigame of selling tickets, which I guess in a bus simulator it should be there, and it's quite realistic as well. regular, and of course it has also another mini game of checking the tickets. So for example, if we go down here, like check the tickets, if someone doesn't have the ticket, he will pay an 120 euro fine. But okay, today they're very responsible passengers I have. Awesome. Well, let's go. The variety in buses is good. The base game has an okay variety. I think it has like 4 or 5 buses maybe, but there are like quite a lot of DLCs, and I think they get in like discounts also pretty often, and they're decently priced, and I think there is also a bundle, and you get quite a big variety of buses. I mean, there are maybe 12 models or something like that. But as I told you, the buses are nice, they're looking quite okay, but more or less, I mean, in terms of functionality and sounds and behavior, let's say it's kind of the same, more or less, minor changes, but with like different wrapping, you know, like a different looking vehicle. Okay, there's a lot of traffic today here. A lot of traffic. She forgot to water her plants. Let's check what they're doing. The interiors, of course, changed in the bus. Yeah, you see, for example, if I zoom in, the textures, either they're very small or not such a high quality. The windows are opening, which is interesting. You can just slide the window like this. That reminds of OMSI. They're not squeaky though, you know. They're not OMSI squeaky, but they're opening. The sliders are also the sun shader or something. It's coming down as well. The slider. It's sliding down. That's why it's slider. So yeah, if we check here, oh no, we cannot touch it now. We're on move. We have to take care of our speed also, because there are speed cameras here and there. No police though. But I mean, you're not a real city bus driver if you're not speeding a bit, you know, to catch up with schedule. Wow, a lot of traffic today. That would be the horn. That would be the big lights. Okay, we don't have the priority, but we're gonna go for it. And thank you, everyone. I want to give them though the thing that yes, the graphics are not like the most crispy, like eye candy graphics, but in terms of frames, it's super stable and also quite lightweight. I mean, you will be able to play it at high graphics in like lower end machines quite easily. So that's the thing. We have a poser ahead of us, like listening to music like he's in a party or something. Speed bump here. I like the squeakiness of the brake. I like it so much. Sometimes it feels like that my pedal is squeaky, you know, from the sound. Another like bus there. This is ours. It's just with a huge advertisement. That's nice also. I mean, it has some quite of a management for the buses. You can choose different interiors. You can choose like different colors for your bus company, and the buses you can choose advertisement that they're actually bringing in money for you. It's quite interesting. The whole economic aspect in the simulation. Okay, here we are. We're running behind schedule quite a lot, as I see. It had a lot of traffic. We have to hurry and... uh-oh. Now somebody forgot something. I have to find it. It's here. She forgot her valuable. And where is the passenger? It's here. You're welcome, sir. Don't forget anything again, please. Thank you. Single student one. Hurry up, hurry up. Single student one. And I think we're good to go. Yep. We're running 2 minutes behind schedule. Now we really have to hurry.
Next stop, Russell Warehouses.
But the speed bumps are here. You see, they're talking about Winter of Passion now. I don't know if it's audible enough. It has this interaction with the passengers through this minigame. They are like forgetting their stuff. You have to check their tickets. They're leaving trash behind, you know. I like it, it's nice. It's interesting, it's very interesting. In the story mode that I played also it's very interesting because you have to build the city's network and complete objectives while doing that. And it's a bit grind. It's a bit grinding in the beginning because the routes are small and you're not progressing so fast. But after a while it gets a bit easier, and especially if you get advertisements with the buses, you can earn more and take more buses faster. Here we are. Okay, we're just 15 seconds behind schedule. I think we caught up a bit here. Ticket day student 460. Day, another day, nice. A lot of money. Senior 1. Wonderful. No more people waiting for us, so let's go because we're still behind schedule. Not so much like before, but still. And I think that was the first half of the trip. Now we're on the round trip, like that we're already heading back. You see, we're going to Pier 1 again. And then we'll head to the like oil tanks, to the harbor tanks or whatever is this area there, and then to the back to the city. So here to the left, a lot of traffic again. Come on, come on. Here's our colleague over there doing his own like schedule. This is an Urbino, by the way. This is not part of any DLC or the game. This is a mod in the workshop. One of the few buses, maybe the only one in the workshop right now. There is a workshop, not so active community. Okay, I have to yield, as they would say in USA. I have to give priority, but anyway, I will go. You see the guys is flashing the big lights. Hey, yeah, we saw him later. Let's just honk for him. So you see the traffic in the junctions is timid, even when you have to give priority, they will stop for you, even if the traffic is huge. Which, for a beginner, is a good thing. After a while you get used to it, you know, and eventually you end up like almost hardly ever stopping in crossings. There we are. Okay, almost we hit the curb there with our back wheel, but we're okay. Sometimes I forget, you know, sometimes I think I'm driving a truck, so I'm trying to turn up a bit too early with the buses. The wheels are far behind the driver's seat, so you always have to remember this, that you have to pass the turn and understeer in the beginning and oversteer after. Okay, here we are. That's the first stop of our way back. Tickets, single, senior one. Still this bug that I have to double click sometimes when giving tickets. Okay, and there are some passengers that like to listen to loud music, but we don't allow this to our buses. So let's check for tickets. Oh, she already saw.
Here you go. Here's the ticket.
Okay, where is it? Here it is. Ticket, please. Thank you. Wow, responsible passengers today. Everyone with tickets. It's a good business when you find like people without tickets, because you know, like 120 euro fine for it. It's good money. Their stomach. Okay, so back to Oil Harbor and then heading back to the central station, where we'll end this route. Actually, it's taking us quite a substantial amount of time because of the traffic. I have the traffic setting to high, and it's actually pretty lively, at least with the recent update. I don't know how they changed it and if they changed it, but I believe they did. It's very lively, and full of traffic, full of people. It's very nice. And very nice to see that it can maintain FPS as well under this traffic and people. I mean, you see the roads are busy, like people are going around this pothole. If we go slow, nothing will happen. Okay, that guy didn't want to yield for us to give priority. Why you keep saying yield? I don't know. I like the word yield, you know, for when you're giving priority. Yielding to traffic, you know. But it's not something that we're using in Europe, you know. We'll never say like this car didn't yield to traffic, you know. In European English, this we would say like this car didn't give priority or something like that. Traffic in this junction, but we will get over it eventually. You have to turn left here. What's interesting about this, we can do next time. We can do a night route to see. It's very beautiful also in night. The graphics have its limitations, that they're pretty visible right now, but you will be able to see quite a lot of stuff in the night. What I don't like a lot, if you notice the mirrors, the rear view mirrors, they're like, I suspect there's lower resolution and lower FPS. For example, here the game might be right now 70 FPS, 75, which is my monitor, but the mirrors are clearly like something like 20 or 30 FPS, you know. And there is no setting to set them higher, let's say. That's the highest they can go. Unless I'm missing something terribly. By the way, if I'm missing something, please feel free and let me know if there are like better graphics settings for this game down in the comments. Here we are. There we are. Long time no see, they just met. Nice, so many people entering the bus. Tickets. Yes, ticket please. Week, student 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. And we're good to go. Okay, and that's it. Let's go.
Next stop, Oil Harbor. South.
Okay, we're still in the Old Harbor. I guess that's the last stop here, and then we're just heading back to Port Amber, and then back to the old town. Let's try to finish this fast. We are ahead of schedule right now, or at least keeping to it. Let's hope it will stay like that despite this huge traffic. Yeah, so it would be very interesting to make a night route with you, or a longer route, let's say to the airport or somewhere else when I unlock them, and there we are. And also it would be interesting to make like a rain route, because rain is also interesting, and people are running with their umbrellas and without it. It's also very nice to see. But unfortunately the weather is not changing like in a dynamic way. You have to pre-select it before you start the route, if it will be a sunny day or if it will be normal sunny day, or like it will be like a rainy day, or it will be a night, you know. So that should be pre-selected. It's not dynamically changed. Okay, that's a pretty long line here. Here we need to turn to the left. I'm happy that I'm back at it actually in the channel. A bit more active now, doing a few more videos. Having this cool wheel, I'm very happy with the wheel. Again, I will repeat, it's a Thrustmaster TMX Pro. Not repeating this for advertisement. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. Just to tell you which is it is. It's very good. It's entry level, but very, very decent wheel. If you've never had wheel before, and let's say you're saving up and you want a wheel, and you're looking into entry level wheels, I think you can forget about everything else. And if you focus in this packet especially, and careful, don't take the simple TMX, the Thrustmaster TMX, because it comes with a set of pedals that they're not very good, they're very basic. If you choose the TMX Pro, it comes with the right, very nice set of pedals. Okay, here we are, a lot of people. Administration. There we are. Let's pick up the people. Yeah, cool bus. I know. I like the floors, lady. I like it very much. Okay, no more people here. Everybody's sitting down. Let's hope they have their tickets. I'm bored now to check them. Let's trust them. Today, like 2 times we checked them. No, like pirates in our bus, so we're good. Yeah, now the next stop will be back in the town already, so technically more or less that was it. Okay, we hit the speed bump a bit harder than it should have been, but now I'm a bit in a hurry, you know, not to leave this video go too far in terms of duration. Somebody knocked down this sign there. I hope it was not me, but I don't remember turning from that side. Oh, another speed bump here. Okay, we're good. Here we'll go straight. Next one will be that we'll have to turn right. So let's not get confused. We have to give way here, but of course we can be a bit more aggressive with this traffic. Sometimes they will not stop though. I mean, they're timid in general, but if you overdo it, it might be that they will not stop as well. But that's super rare. Like, I mean, it has happened to me maybe once or twice, you know. And I've driven quite a few routes in this game already. My little dog is always there next to me. Love to record with me, but sometimes you get a bit too loud. Okay, now we can go 70 here easily. Just stay clear of potholes. I think there is one. Yep, right there. You have to be very vigilant of potholes, unfortunately. And speed bumps. But of course here you will not meet any speed bumps, but definitely potholes. Wow, easy 85 with this bus, pretty powerful bus. Now here was a good pothole and I just didn't even see it. Because I'm going really fast. Another pothole. Okay, it doesn't matter so much. It's just annoying that you're taking like the negative, you know. Which makes sense, but I mean, being in a like, let's say, rustic German Central European setting. I mean, you wouldn't meet so many potholes anyway. Too many potholes. Come on, a bit slow here. I think we have to keep on the right here anyway. Because we'll have to go to stop soon. And no police, by the way. Like, I mean, police is nowhere. Not even a car. Not even a motorcycle. Not even a horse of police. Nothing. Not that let's say, not that it's a bad thing. Obviously, it's an advanced society watching like Winter of Passion and staying home, you know. No need of police. There we are. You see down there, there is our bus, where that yellow bus is. This is our colleague. There we should go. And we're 3 minutes ahead of schedule, which is good. Because that was a long route actually. A lot of traffic in the harbor. Nice, we'll be behind this guy here and wait for it. Pretty fins, you see, this is number 6. This is route number 6. Wonderful. And here we are.
This parking position is just perfect.
It's just perfect. I am a just perfect driver, dude.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This new bus is great.
Talking to NPCs, who knew it, huh?
One ticket.
That would be the thing. 1 ticket. Day student 1. Let's not give more than we should.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, most of the bus went down here. We brought a lot of people from the harbor to the city. Now, I don't know, probably 1 or 2 bus stops left. Oh, they need to get off. Actually, a guy wants to get off, for example, now. I have to stop, check which door is on the back door, and let him down. But in the... You're welcome. I will close, thank you. But in reality, I'm pretty sure that that's a negative thing. I mean, I think that drivers actually hate this, and it's actually very dangerous to leave people in places that are not bus stops. So this shouldn't be counting as a positive thing in the game, because if you don't stop, I don't know if they count it as a negative, but if you stop, they count it as a positive, definitely. Once I want to try and not stop, actually. But definitely this shouldn't count. I mean, this is not realistic. In reality, if you would ask to go out after a stop, it should never happen. It's bad for the driver as well to let you.
Come back. Slow down.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will. Don't worry. Now the limit here is 50 probably. That's why I got a bit angry. Here we're turning to the left. And we're almost there actually. Central bus station now. Okay, so we're here actually. That's the final stop. It's...
Oh, look at that.
I would say nice. Okay, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to be heard as a guy who is just like, you know, hammering this game down, because it's a nice game. It's just that sometimes when you see like simulations like this that have a lot of potential, you know, and they just not be used to their full potential, it's a sad feeling, you know. And as a gamer as well, it's a sad feeling, because you're missing all this great potential that this game might have had. Oh, did I take the wrong turn? Yes, I took the wrong turn, I think. Okay. Talking to you guys and not paying attention. Took the wrong turn. I hope I will be able to turn somewhere from here. Let's see if I can turn from here like this guy is doing. I guess I can. Yep. Whoop, he turned here, you see? Oh. Okay. Okay, guys. I just crashed on it. just a bit, but that's because I didn't pay much attention. I shouldn't have left him. You see, sometimes they get a bit aggressive, especially when they're turning, but in general they're timid. Therefore, nevertheless, I managed to cross on them. Classic everyday normal geek driving, you know. Great, and we are going, I guess, platform number 2, yes, from where we started. I would love to see more buses in this station, you know. I would love to see. Eventually, when we get more routes, hopefully we'll be able to see some buses here.
The old sawmill.
Okay, and here we are. Yes, Central Bus Station. Last stop. Of course, leave the bus. And here we are, stop at platform 2. That's it, everybody should go down. See you, bye. Let's make a final inspection for garbage to see if no one threw any. Sometimes you just leave garbage like this, you see. That's good. And let's go ahead and shut down the bus. Let's put it to neutral. Lights off. Sorry, wrong button. That's the button for lights off and bus off. And we'll leave the lights on, and if we go out and we'll see the bus, we are over here, guys. So yes, so that was it. I hope you enjoyed this bus ride in Bus Simulator 18. Hopefully a few more like bus rides were gonna come in this simulator, the only, let's say, modern simulator for buses that is out there, like, and is like the most decent, the most immersive one, with its shortcomings, but good one, decent one. Hope you enjoyed it as well. I hope it was not very long, and I'm not gonna keep you anymore. If you like this video, hit smash the like button and subscribe to my channel to support me and keep up with all the latest activity that is happening and the videos that I upload. Thank you very much for being here in another like video in Everyday Normal Geek, and stay strong, stay safe, and stay tuned, and I will see you next time. Bye.